Hello everyone, Styrel here. Welcome to my channel where I share the fresh perspective of a new player diving into World of Warcraft. Today we're tackling something every newcomer needs, a hardcore WoW class tier list tailored specifically for new players. You might not know me yet, but I started playing WoW about 6 months ago. I dabble in all versions of the game, but I always found myself playing in hardcore mode. There's something thrilling about the stakes, that every decision matters, and when you die, you die. Death really has a meaning in this game mode. Now, I'm not an hardcore veteran by any means. I've never made it past level 25, I know, that's pretty bad. But that's what makes this tier list unique, in my opinion. It's from the perspective of someone learning and making mistakes just like you. With the fresh server launching on November 21st and the OnlyFans event bringing in tons of new players, this guide is meant to help you choose the right class for your hardcore journey. So let's dive into it, guys. Here we have our tier list. Who should we start with? Let's start with Hunter. Hunter is often called the best class for hardcore, and it's easy to see why. Your range, do tons of damage, and have a pet that can tank for you. Even picking a pet adds a fun element to the game, and that can be interesting for new players. However, teaching your pet new spells can be confusing at first, that's for sure. There are plenty of guides to help you with that. That's not a big problem, in my opinion. My main concern with Hunter is how easy it is to become overconfident. The gameplay feels smooth and effortless until suddenly you're dead at level 20 or 25 because you're underestimating something. I think because of that I'm keeping it on A tier. I don't think it's S, because for new players it's too easy to become overconfident and keep dying. Let's go with the Rogue now. So Rogue, this class is incredibly fun for new players. It's packed with little tricks that keep things engaging without being overwhelmed. The class complexity ramps up nicely as you level, making it easy to understand what you need to do at any point. What makes Rogue shine in hardcore? Well, it's safe. Abilities like sprint, invisibility, and vanish let you escape sticky situations, while stuns give you control. The absence of a pet, however, keeps you humble, helping you to avoid overconfidence. A killer in hardcore WoW. It's your worst enemy by far. For these reasons, in my opinion, Rogue tops my list as the perfect class for new players. I know, maybe you weren't expecting that. Let's go with the favorite of many people, Mage. Well, Mage boasts the highest damage of all classes. It's incredibly fun, especially as you learn to AoE farm later on. Well, it makes leveling and gold farming a breeze, that's for sure. The downside is that Mage isn't very forgiving. Well, you do have Polymorph, Blink and Freezes to control. Your low armor and HP mean mistakes can be fatal. It's an amazing class, for sure, but it requires caution. That's why it's not on S tier, but it is on A tier. Let's go with Druid. Druid is the jack of all trades class, but the versatility doesn't shine until later levels. Before level 25 they feel lackluster. While they can tank, heal or deal decent damage, none of these roles feel exceptional early on. Please learn how to speak. In regular WoW modes, Druid is one of my favorites for healing in dungeons. I like how it works. I really enjoy it, but in hardcore my experience has been underwhelming so far. I don't find it very fun. I think I will have to put it in B tier. I'm sorry, guys. What about Paladin? Let's go with Paladin. Paladin takes safety to another level. You're tanky, you can heal, you've got oh shit buttons, just like Rogue, but working in a different way. And you can save yourself in emergencies. The damage isn't groundbreaking, but it's solid and reliable. Paladin's versatility makes it one of the most well-rounded classes for new players. It's a little bit more complex than Rogue, but it's still accessible enough to land in the S tier, guys. And I think the S tier is closed. I'm sorry. You wanna know why? Because the next class, Warlock, is not S tier, as many people think. I think it shares many similarities with Hunter, meaning high damage, a tanky pet, and an easy early game. Your primary strategy involves applying dots, using your pet, and finishing off enemies with a wand. The overconfidence still applies, that's for sure, and I find it a little bit repetitive, I have to be honest. That might just be me, but it's still a very, very strong choice for new players. That's why I'm keeping it in A. Warlock in A tier, not S tier. So let's go with Priest. Priest is surprisingly safe and not as slow as I expected. I have one sitting around in level 21, but honestly I rarely feel like playing it. The gameplay is heavily wand based, which gets boring fast for me, but if you prioritize safety over excitement, Priest might be for you. But for me it lands solidly in B tier. If you like the gameplay, maybe it can go to an A tier, maybe. Yeah, I can see that happening. So let's talk about the elephant in the room. My favorite class in all WoW versions, which is Warrior. But it is the hardest to play in hardcore. It's not about complexity, the class, I think it's easy to understand, but it's about survival. They have no escape tools, no stuns, no reliable healing. If you accidentally pull too many mobs, your odds of survival drop drastically. The difficulty makes it immensely rewarding to reach level 60 with a warrior, but for new players it's nearly impossible. I have to put it in C tier, guys. They are my favorite. I already tried too many times, but they are just too hard for new players. I think one day I want to have a level 60 warrior, that's for sure, but I still think I need to know more about the game. So last one is Shaman. I have to put it in the never played tier because I always play Alliance in hardcore. I never tried Horde, so I don't have enough information about them in hardcore. I'm sorry guys, maybe one day I'll revisit this list and give them a proper ranking, but for now I just can't. And it's done, guys. Thank you for checking my hardcore WoW class tier list for new players. Don't forget that. If you have any questions, drop them in the comments. I'll reply to everyone. And from new player to another, I wish you good luck and lots of fun. Pick wisely. And see you in the next video, guys. Bye.